Ah, Dwarf Fortress. With its delicate fairy tales, desperate follies, dastardly foes,
The Mouse Devil.
and damn good fun.
What? No!
Kutam milunu dizu mead usnusp smarter.
No, where's the pussycat?
Oh, come on, my first sentence. You chose Dwarf Fortress. Good point. Well, anyway, to the few of you out there not fluent in Dwarf, I just said, welcome one and all to the Ageless Realm. No, you Snotford, I swear I will turn this YouTube video around. What? Anyway, long-time watchers of Crumpet Sounds are already very familiar with what's going on. The antipsychotic meds aren't what they used to be. But to the new faces, I say welcome. Welcome first to Dwarf Fortress, a colony simulator game that has you create a world, then very loosely control a handful of fantasy dwarves to their possible financial success. Or more probable bloody doom. Given I have created this world, the Ageless Realm, that would make me a god. My name is Flemothy Margarine Crevice, deity extraordinaire, but my friends call me Flem.
Have you asked them to stop?
Good one. The other two voices you can hear are those of my close friends, and sadly also close lodgers, Gainsborough Graham Prosciutto, a currently out-of-work rock troll, and...
Hang on! What about that gig spitting water at people in the pot?
For the last time, that was a water fountain. It's not going to call you back.
Oh.
And then there's Snodford T. Hedgehog. Yes, the T stands for the. An immortal cosmic horror made up of all the white lies every parent tells their child between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m. It's a lot of stuff about electronics being scared of the dark. God knows how we ended up like this, and I'm not telling. So it's a new world, and a new world needs a new fortress. Where better on this already well-inhabited 250-year-old, ageless world than here on the continent of grouping. Being here, it makes most sense for us to attach ourselves to the dwarves of the Tool of Taming.
Whip!
And within easy reach of the capital, we find this stream, meeting at the foot of this mountain. Now, we're... No name for 'em. You know there bloody is. You picked it, stupid truth or dare. Should have picked truth. But go on, tell the lovely people. The stream is the post of rubbing, and the mountain is the horn of pregnancy.
Penis!
Yes, enough. But here it is. The location of our new fortress on our new world, and me am I excited. You have arrived. There are almost no supplies left. And a new chapter of Dwarven history begins here, at this place, Rovod Iteb. Archpost! Strike the earth! And here we are. 7 stout, devout dropouts with no clout, forced to dig out a redoubt without scout or lookout. They are monks of 3 separate orders. 4 are dedicated to Zon, the dwarven god of fortresses. 2 follow Daros Limaroten, the dwarven god of jewels and wealth. And 1, the expedition leader in fact, performs dark rituals to Setnek Godam Gotol Nekol Kim, the dwarven god of deformity, disease, blight, and death. The 7 are new-made monks, barely clear of acolytes, banished from the grand temples in a rare show of collaboration between the orders, sent here to create a religious outpost that arches all 3. Archpost. Dwarves never were the most creative namers. And seeing as we're not doing more than digging out right now, why not let's have a closer look at one of our new dwarves. This is Carol Helmtick, for the moment acting as a miner. His true role is as lighter of the candles in the temple to Zon. Despite being the second oldest at Archpost, he is in fact the youngest spiritually. Living for years at the temple as an acolyte until somebody questioned it, and it turned out he'd just wandered in one day and enjoyed the free food and bed. His subsequent promotion had more to do with the state of the larder than anything else. Hence why, at Archpost, his job is the dwarven equivalent of finding the long wait. Candles not being a thing that exists. He's a little greedy, but generally easygoing, and I don't know if it's the air at the base of the horn of pregnancy, but he's working a damn sight harder than anybody expected him to. He's just digging to get away from the smell. Right. Well, whatever reason, with the others' help, we now have the basic living area sorted. Or dug out, anyway. Over here is the production area with temporary stockpile that'll probably be less temporary than I'd like. This side, then, is the food preparation area. We are able to catch some small water beasts from the post of rubbing. Shut up, Snodford. So, needed somewhere to clean the fish.
Well, yeah, you'd want them washed after where they've been.
And then we have some bedrooms to the north that I suppose must just be called rooms for now, as we haven't the material to make beds. The horn of pregnancy being rather lacking in the wood department. Well, Dartford, you get one more male genitalia joke. Do you really want to waste it on That's Ironic?
I wasn't gonna.
What then?
Willies.
I'm counting that. The wood situation being what it is, I've decided to dig down to the first cavern layer. With my great deific powers, I was able to discern precisely where would be the most aesthetically pleasing to come out.
No, you never. You saved and quit a bunch.
Gainsborough, please, you're destroying the illusion.
It's not illusion. You's just lying.
I'll pay you to stand in the pond.
With a fig leaf?
What? I can do you a dock leaf.
Oh dear, I think I got sand in my eyes again. That was clearly a miraculous manifestation of deific supremacy, what I did just watch.
Our wood problem is sorted now, but replaced by an elk bird and future beast one. I'll needs must fortify this area for safety. But not now, for the outpost liaison has arrived with a group of traders. We have hopes and prayers? Have to dig through the uncut gems. For now, we can follow Kickrost in. She's something of a mess as dwarves go, but luckily all we need her to do is have a single sensible conversation with our expedition leader Shortast. Now, this isn't quite as bad as it looks. Voices do tend to carry in dwarven halls, but, well, I did say she's a bit of a mess. As for the trade requests, we're going to ask for meat. Just random bits to make sure we've a varied diet. Bars and blocks are what Law O'Sust want in return, and with my precognition, I know that eventually this is something we
What's precognition?
Reading the future.
But he ain't. He's just recorded all this before.
Fine, a fig leaf!
There's that sand again. Cool. what a large and or small precognition you does got.
Quite. Well, that's enough of that. Off now to the traders to purchase whatever we can with tattered underpants and spiritual healing. Here we have another temporary miner, Atia Keygrasps, 71 years old, and another follower of Zon. Atia is to other dwarves what mules are to people finding a mule at the top of their spiral staircase. Single-minded and austere, he became an acolyte in one of the smaller temples and through sheer ability to annoy, found himself passed from pillar to archpost. If anybody asks, it is he who is expedition leader, and nobody asks twice because talking to him is like filling your vest with biting ants. He does at least have a sense of duty and a want to help, which, all the way in the mountains, is as useful as an anti-ant exfoliant.
No!
Bloody you, that was false.
All right, they can't all be gems.
Can one?
Watch it, you. Oh, we've a visitor. This here is Nike Shield System.
You gotta remember how you pronounce that now.
Anyway, Nikwi, asses, has come to stand on the edge of the map and dance around making weird gloopy noises.
I recognise that voice.
Yes, shush. But that's humans for you. Give them a map edge to dance around on and they're as happy as Larry.
Larry Bird?
Sure. Oh, and Nishwa, for me sake, has been joined by 2 more edge-riding humans, Ori Rumi Grasp and Ekshar Pad Weakened. And here they all are, as stated, standing vigil, keeping our dwarves safe from wind? I don't know. And they're all making that same weird noise. Perhaps it's a portent of things to come. Who knows?
I do. That's unchurned.
Gainsborough!
But there was 6 minutes of it.
Yes, and I'm going to bloody use it. Moving on, and we're now ready to show off the true purpose of Archpost. The temples. Yes, here are the 3 spaces we've dug and smoothed to house the 3 gods. The westmost is to Daros Limeroten, carved into the shape of a coin to denote wealth. It shall be manned, or, well, dwarfed, by Onal Ally Glaze and Kerol Rapid Torches, both of whom we're yet to look at. To the east, then, we have the temple to Zon, carved into the shape of a fortress ringed by fortifications. It shall be dwarfed by Kerol Helmtick, Minkot Rope Saddle, Thob City Blood, and Atia Key Grasps. Atia and Kerol both being known to us, you should already have a good grasp of how well that'll go. Then to the north, dwarfed by only Shora's Stockade Sold, is the putrescent splat of donkey vomit-shaped temple to Setnek, Godam, Gotol, Nekol, Kim. Despite being the least represented at Archpost, Setnek, Godam, Gotol, Nekol, Kim is the more powerful of the 3 gods represented here, and not to be trifled with. I'd go so far as to say you should keep all desserts at a distance, in fact. Nasty god. But yes, all 3 are now ready for furniture, and once we've found some materials more suitable to fill the houses of gods, we'll get them furnished. Oh my me, it's a gremlin! I've never seen one of these things before, so I obviously did a quick sketch. And it's gone. A funny looking thing, wasn't it?
That was Krug Smash.
No, Gainsborough, I wanted them to guess. But yes it was. And we're on to Thob City Blood. The closest thing to an honest-to-goodness monk that Archpost has. Thob did his dues, worked from worm to acolyte, child to dwarf, completed the trial of isolation, passed the ordeal of seclusion and overcame the vicissitude of solitude. Turns out all that time alone made him into something of a tireless Burke, though. So we got him. He's brave and he loves fishing, go figure, so we can certainly make use of him, even if the other dwarves will choose licking the floors clean over actually conversing with him. Oh, we have our first visitor to actually dare enter the fortress, checking out our poultry library. Chickens can't read. I said poultry, not poultry. Anyway, it's kind of a human. Well, it used to be. One thing having a world older than 5 minutes means is we get new toys. In this case, it's a snot-damn necromancer. It's not that exciting, really. Necromancers are immortal, but they don't have pong. So what we've got here is a stinky human who's probably going to steal our books. Watch it happen. Ooh, take a look at this. I've been playing with the new reinforced walls, and I must say, on top of not looking as good as normal walls, they're also much more expensive to build and no more help against elk birds than ordinary walls. They're wasted on Archpost, but new toys again, you know? And yes, we're capturing the elk birds. Not for anything beyond getting rid of them, mind. We're not starting a zoo. You'll have noticed that our dwarves have slowly been gaining armour. That was for this. The start of martial training. I wonder how they're liking their new kit. Shall we have a listen in? Wave or bloody cheer. Oh, hush!
All right, lads. We're alone here on me there, Shagath.
Shagath.
Oh, grow up. Anyway, forget flowy cloth robes. We are going to be protected. So,
Oh, hang on, sure asked. I'm dying for a toilet.
when did we get a toilet? We did, aunties, just being polite.
My mum used to say I'm off to powder my nose.
What are you chatting?
Esmal Gotham Tob.
Can't we stay civil? Besides, he's right, me God. Be a damn sight weirder to hear Carol proclaim he was off to powder his nose.
I'm back.
Did you wash your hands?
What?
That was the moment you chose to record? Yes, I'm starting to think I was drunk. Now seems as good a time as any to check out our unwashed Kerol rapid torches. The first of those dwarves who prays to Daros Limeroten. Currently being utilised as a charcoal burner, we've not pressed any other work onto him because he is the single laziest dwarf I have ever met. During his time at the largest temple to Daros Limeroten at the mountain home, he had his rations halved twice for insubordination. That came down to him just not bothering to ever do what he was asked. They stopped that angle of attack when shoes started turning up missing. He'd been eating them. He would rather boil footwear and choke it down than do an honest day's work.
What about a dishonest day's work?
Oh no, he's great at those. The others have already had to threaten to beat him to get him doing what little he has done. Me knows what Daros Limeroten thinks of him. She's not impressed. Now, it's come to my attention that our iron monks are starting to get a bit stroppy. Something about working in a non-monkly capacity whilst wearing full iron armour. Who'd have guessed? So, I'm instating what may or may not become yearly holy days. After the caravans have come and gone, with the world winding down into winter, why not let's have a little time to drink, pray and relax. Yes, we've got our little tavern/library. I don't mind the hamster, the cats certainly don't. Then, of course, the temples to Daros Limeroten, Zon, and Setnek Godam Gotol Nekol Kim, now furnished with iron and platinum statues and or pedestals. Why do you keep saying Setnek Godam Gotol Nekol Kim?
Good job.
Thanks. Why not just Setnek? No reason. What does it mean? Literally, it's just gibberish. Mucus ghosts the skull of juices.
skull juices and mucus ghosts. Ain't that?
Yep, phlegm.
That's really sad.
You both suck. Oh, we have another human braving the fort. Nedal focused webbed. Yes, yes, come on in, we don't bite. Oh, saw the dead hamster in the tavern and decided to leave. Smart. Yes, isn't our temple to Zon lovely? Oh, apparently not. No, wait. Neddle, I promise. But maybe we could... Gone. Well, it's early spring now, and that means the holy days are over and the dwarves can get back to work. They're doing resistance training right now, each taking it in turns to lift the fort's chunkiest cat. Ah, no, switch to using each other. Well, that's guaranteed to be heavier than a cat at least, but we do have a large stockpile of boulders. Oh, if you're wondering how I know what they're doing, the brown down-pointing arrows denote a being supine, or horizontal at least. So what we're seeing here is Carol lifting Carol. Carol is lying down and Carol is standing up. Or perhaps Carol is standing up and it's Carol that's lying down. No, that'd be silly. Let's leave them to it. A watched military never boils. Oh, another visitor. Doston Gosp Cloud Torment, and... No, come back, it's just a bloody hamster! But... why? Actually, you know what? We don't want you. Get your naked goblin cheeks out of our fortress. 7 children. Buy a television! And some pants! Ah, this is more like it. Anu ho... Did you just do a wee in the temple to Daros Limeroten? Wait, no, I can explain about the hamster. Where... the caverns? Just how bad does Archpost have to smell for that to be preferable? I guess the only thing to do is look forward, and wouldn't you know, here is Onol Ally Glaze. What? His parents were ceramicists. Oh. He's the second follower of Daros Limeroten at the fort. Starting life as a poor potter's son, he found himself at the local shrine. Through quiet, diligent work, he became an acolyte linked to the main temple, whereupon he accidentally mixed cat food into the master's tea, and ended up here. He says it was an accident anyway, but I happen to know it's very hard to get into a tin can in a world without can openers. But we'll leave it at that. He's really come into his own here. I thought you said... And I've come to lean on him as one of our most dependable dwarves.
Duh.
What? So why am I even here then?
I know.
Right. It's finally happened! The hamster is gone, ignore the fluffy wamblers and the rat, and so now the tavern library is fit to be visited for longer than 5 seconds. First, by Laura Taxsnarl. I had no idea the elves were so fiscally minded. Don't they use leaves? Anyway, she's happily reading in our library, and provided she doesn't nick any books, I say hooray! What is it she's reading? The Individual for Everyone. No, they're communists. Well, can't say I'm so... What's that? Some sort of weird bone totem thing she's holding. A dwarf skull totem? Why is it worth so little? Well, this... It doesn't seem to be bothering our dwarves any, so maybe I'm overreacting. Bloody elves. Oh, and another visitor. Hal Cross-Roasted, a... lieutenant? It looks like a big dinosaur in a dress. In the drawing I did of her, anyway. What's that she's saying?
Oh my, you, Mr. Crevice. That was blind IRL what did make that noise.
Yes, I'm quite aware, Gainsborough. Good, isn't it? Anyway, Hal is making her way down to the caverns now, and... I guess she lives here now? What say you, Blind? Yes, quite. Moving on, and I've noticed Carol in the tavern library talking to a few more visitors. Let's have a listen in.
Thank you for showing me how to do it proper.
Is no problem. Important thing is to lift with legs, not the back.
No, yes. Lift me, Mr. Strongman Roshan.
Do the wits always enjoy it this much?
Roshan is aphrodisiac, it is true.
Can you do me next?
Blimey, that's... What are you doing?
Snod wanted to feel what it was like.
And it's pretty nice. Can I have a go? On to Mincot rope saddle.
I am sorry, Mr. C.
No, it's my fault for asking you to throw me. Definitely should have added you wanted catching. Right. Anyway, Mincot is the last follower of Zon, and he's a no-nonsense, straight-thinking, simple, boring dwarf. He's here because the master needed a fourth and he volunteered. He'd be as happy shelling peas as copying manuscripts. Never before has such a plain glass of milk existed, and the anecdote about his mother's powdery nose is literally the most interesting thing he said in his entire life. Moving on. The monstrous beast Ricky has come. Now, those new to crumpet sounds will be unaware that although the game sees these things as forgotten beasts, they are, of course, all made by yours truly. Seeing as I am such a powerful deity, I, of course, could never do something so pedestrian as forget a thing. Except for forgetting who I bloody live with, apparently. Hello! 3 questions. All of them are, why? I had such a lovely clean slate of a world with new toys like necromancers and were-creatures. Why did you raid my beast freezer again, Snodford? Just why? Well, I've got 3 answers and all of them are your face. Right. Well, they're here now, so I'll have to make the best of it. And no, I haven't paused anything. Reki has perched itself bat-like on the cavern ceiling, so we're going to need to send the Iron Monks to it. Oh, here they come, and... it's dead. The battle itself boiled down to the dwarves taking it in turns to swing wildly into the mass of wings and legs. Gruesome stuff. Look, didn't even get a hit in. And now we've got it in a stockpile and somebody will cart it off to be butchered. Ironic, really, seeing as I made it to help with food preparation. And I thought with all those arms, you know, but it turns out that's octopi. 8 feet never did anyone's soup any good. And finally we find ourselves at the Founding Father, our expedition leader and sole follower of Setnek, Go Dum, Go Tol, Nekol, Kim. Shortest stockade sold. Now, this fellow is shrouded in some mystery. Previously, the right-hand acolyte to the master at Setnek, Go Dum, Go Tol, Nekol, Kim's Grand Temple at the mountain home, the others are unsure of whether he chose this post or was compelled. The truth is, a little of both. Shortest has been charged with a great task in forming this fortress. One that shall immortalize him and his faith in the eyes of the ageless realm. Personality-wise, he's a bit weird, less dutiful than Mincot, though that's hardly difficult. What he undertakes, he does so with little conviction, but a deep fear of retribution. He's no coward, as you'll see, but he has done the deep rituals and looked upon the face of Set Nek Godam Gotol Nekol Kim and has known fear.
Yeah, it ain't a pretty sight.
I caked my pants.
Cacked. Oh, I guess both work. Moving on, I thought it worthwhile to show you the tavern library, as our visitors have now gone, along with all of our books. Now, yes, this is a library, and so the borrowing of books is implied, but I bet my left nostril hairs that we're never going to see those things again. Oh, and Justin! Time? Thank you, Toc?
That was uncharted again. Them what says you can call them wren.
Yes, I gave them one picture of Toc, and again feel I must mention they gave me 6 glorious minutes of frog noises.
They are my favourite.
I'm pretty partial myself. Your parents are amethysts. Did you just? Anyway, we've got trade requests to get to. Shorest is having to make do with the ghosts of a desk, chair and door, but at least they're talking in the same room this time. Then on to trading. The yearly workings of a fort in full swing. Marvellous. And here we have my animals. I had a reason to show them originally, but the only part of it I can remember was that we only have one male chicken.
A cock.
Yes, thank you, Gainsborough. And that was it? Me, I hope not. Hang on. John! What? Was there more to this recording than a really bad pun? What, Oh, yeah. No. I mean, the llamas are both male. A phallic pun chicken for gay llamas. You didn't have to use it. No second takes! Clean the corpses! Dust the walls! Work out how to make bloody candles! We've only gone and drawn actual profits to our temples! Onal Tombsglows here, a prophet to Dados Limaroten, is first, worshipping in awe of our platinum tables, chairs and coffers. Wealth for the wealth god! Then Etar Common Rings, prophet to Zon. Equally impressed by how beautifully furnished the fortress god's temple is. You could barely believe this was all achieved by just 7 dwarves. No profit to Setnek Godam Gotol Nekol Kim, but Shorest is probably glad of that. And, frankly, I'm just glad at least 2 temples are doing well. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, as they say. Oh, and another frog person. San isn't staying, but she did at least let us know that lieutenant must be a rank rather than a species. Unless there's some serious sexual dimorphism going on. Wasn't a dinosaur a go? Larval stages, maybe? Yeah, see, here's Kazat Dime chirped, and their boss. Is a snake person more or less mature than a dinosaur person, do you think? Well, I can tell you I'd be pretty knocked off if I started off as a dinosaur and ended up as a frog, says the mutant cephalopod in a flat cap. Touché. Snudford, what the bloody hell is this? That's not a dove. Even the game can see that's not a dove. No, that's Dave. I guess the game did its best. Not bad, considering. Dave? Who on my ageless realm is Dave? A door-to-door salesman. Tried to sell me DVDs. So you pushed him into the interdimensional portal to my magical world of dragons and dungeons? More or less. Oh damn, and now my dwarves are there and... Ugh.
He did not last very long.
Oh, me, it was another massacre. I can't believe you did this. Oh, you can't use my ageless realm as a person removal service. God, you. Fine, I'll eat him next time. That's all I ask. Talking of eating, his corpse is just lying there, right? Chow down, dwarves. Long pork is good for the soul. Ilk birds. Somehow they made their way through the traps, up into the fort proper, and now they're zipping around our newest guests, all gathered around whatever shampoo bottle we've got left to read, making a bloody nuisance of themselves. I would send the Iron Monks against them, but Shorest is busy, and they won't haul the carcasses. Oh, snod it, I can't think with all the mooing. And yes, those are troglodytes. They've already rotted, which is how I know the elk-bird corpses won't be moved. My kingdom for a lifter bod. The humanoid green glass beast Gedor has come. Whoa. So green as to appear almost pink. Gedor sports a spiral horn and the ability to launch webs at its foes.
Flem, I don't...
And he hunts.
Flem, I never released this one. I never seen it.
No, this is mine. My avatar. My prophet of death. Up into the stairwell. Its webs useless, but the dwarves more so. Dead! Ha 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 ha! Up into the fortress, claiming, owning. Destroy the thieves and crooks.
No, ignore the earrings.
Yes, clear out the weak prophets of the false gods. Only Flemeth shall remain. And with all now fallen, I shall keep you here, my avatar. Great work.
No asses, you missed Gedol. He's stuck in a cage trap with no way to get out. This happens when a dwarf stumbles while sharing the same tile as a cage trap. Being webbed counts as stumbling, so yes, stuck dwarf. I don't think he needs to eat in here, so this could be him for life now. Not sure, but I love it. Are you alright, Flem?
Call me Flem one more time.
Sorry, Mr. Crevice.
You're damn right. And we're done. Good, giddy, galloping gorillas. Hello everyone, John here. To start off, I want to thank Unchowder, Blind and Krugsmash for being awesome enough to send me silly noises for my episode. I cannot begin to tell you how nervous I was to ask them or how excited I was to receive what they sent. Each one of you is a wonderful individual, and if you ever need anything from me, don't hesitate to ask. On that note, keep your eyes glued to Unchowder's channel. Something tells me they're going to be coming over all crumpety before too long. As for the episode itself, no, this is not how I planned for the thing to end. My thought was to leave these Iron Monks in quiet contemplation and prayer at the foot of the Horn of Pregnancy, to maybe see them in future forts and just know that they were around. I will 100% take losing the whole dang fort to a big pink glass monster though, and I'm really happy with how it all turned out. As for the new routine, well, it worked out well this time. It's 5 PM on November 23rd as I'm writing this, and 5 PM on the 25th of November as I'm voice recording. So, with the drawing all done and only visual editing to go, we're well on track. You'll have to let me know how you think it's gone down below. Next, I want to thank my patrons, every man and jack of them an absolute diamond in my opinion. Not just for financially supporting me, but for emotionally supporting me too. You guys really believe in me and what I do, and it makes a huge difference. Thank you. Then to my wife, who has to deal with my nonsense on a day-to-day basis. Thank you. I don't know how you do it. Link for the Discord is below, make sure you check it out. Like, comment and subscribe if you're wearing at least one sock, and over to Flem to say... Look after yourselves and we'll see you again next time. Nanus Ashon, you most wonderful of individuals. Anus Ashon.